bring services to the people rather than bringing people to the services in town. And this is an important distinction because the people in St. Lucie and St. Peter and St. Andrew and St. Joseph and St. John and St. Philip and St. George and St. Thomas have been under the Democratic Labour Party treated as if your parishes did not matter and that you all had to come to town for any and everything that you want. That is why they presided over the St. Andrew's outpatient clinic coming down. That is why the same thing is St. Joseph. That is why they literally have not treated, and there was a study to show that the level of erosion and the level of slippage in the Scotland district was such that it threatened now the property and lives and infrastructure of the people living in the Scotland district. When I became Minister of Town Planning in 2018, I discovered that there was a pause on development. And that in many instances throughout the Scotland district, planning permission was not being given for people to do development because of the failure to come to grips with the erosion and the slippage in the Scotland district. We know that George has been the champion and Rommel has taken it up. And I want to salute you, Rommel, for being brave enough to say that not only do we need to do it in White Hill, but we are also going to do it across the parish of St. Andrew and across the Scotland district. Last week, Rommel was bending my ear about St. Simon's. Mr. Belgrave, you would be happy. You would be happy. And I, at least, could deal with him factually and to tell him and report to him where we are with respect to the major project that this government will do to stabilize the Scotland district and by extension the ability of the people of the Scotland district to stay there and to see their families grow there and to be able to prosper there again. And why? We took a decision some 18 months ago that we would approach the government of China for the financing of a major road project to deal with the rehabilitation of roads and to help stem the slippage that was taking place and moving all of the roads. Anybody who goes down the East Coast now will tell you that it's the closest thing to Disneyland. Up and down, up and down, up and down. And the last government made no effort to systematically treat to it. And left it to this government and the likes of George Taylor, Rowan Springer, Dale Marshall, and Peter Phillips, and Colin Jordan and Charles Griffith to be able to say enough is enough and to come to cabinet with one voice to say, Prime Minister, please, we know that things are tight, but we need to deal with the infrastructure because if roads are cut off, if bridges are cut off, people cannot get home. And I hear people in the Democratic Labour Party having the temerity to open their mouth and talk about roads and bridges in the Scotland district when they abandoned it for the majority of the 10 years and allow it to fall to ruin. Their president wasn't only that. And I'll come back to the roads in a second. Go to Haggots. When we were children, you passed by Haggots to the orchards and they felt proud. And we had to inherit effectively farms and trees that were overgrown or abandoned. A failure to recognize that the climate crisis means that we would not be in a position to be able to have access to the water necessary for the trees and the plants to grow. because we have a groundwater crisis. You only need to see the evidence of the climate crisis. I'm looking on the East Coast Road and seeing how much sargassum seaweed stinking up the beaches, and as fast as we move it, it is coming because it comes in with every wave. Some weeks is good, some weeks is awful. You know it better than me. But the bottom line is that we went and we decided, no, this cannot be. And as a result, millions of dollars have been spent both at Bordens and Haggett's in order to be able to put in large ponds of water that we can now have serious agricultural production again in St. Andrew because of the Barbados Labour Party government, because of the representation of people like George Bain and Robert Spring. And in a very real sense, George was wise. I met Robert Springer through George. George introduced me to him and said, this is a young man in whom I am well pleased and who will go far.